Chosen 1. Lower your shoulders and take a real breath. The exhausting cycle you have been trapped in is permanently over. Congratulations. It is done. You will never have to go through that specific wilderness again. Your presence here, in this exact second, is not a coincidence. A higher intelligence guided you here to deliver the confirmation your spirit has been begging for. For years, you have lived in survival mode, bracing for the next impact, taking hits so others would not have to, and wondering if this test would ever actually end. But the divine court has ruled in your favor. Heaven has issued a cease and desist against the forces that tried to break you. The struggle is no longer a requirement for your growth. Stay with me until the very final moments of this message, because I am going to show you exactly why you had to endure this specific level of pain. I will give you a precise framework to recalibrate your exhausted mind, and I will reveal the monumental reward that is waiting for you on the other side of this threshold. Do not scroll away. The era of your suffering has expired, and your victory lap begins right now. Notice the tension you are holding in your jaw right now. Notice how tired your bones feel, a kind of deep exhaustion that sleep never seems to fix. Notice the low-grade anxiety that has somehow become your everyday baseline, the constant feeling that you need to be ready to defend yourself, explain yourself, or fix a sudden crisis. I see it. Heaven sees it. This was not just a bad day or a tough month. You have been walking through a grueling, multi-year season. You have been wearing a heavy suit of spiritual armor for so long that you have completely forgotten what your own skin feels like. You forgot what it feels like to just be safe and at peace. Think about those nights at 3 in the morning. The room is dark, the house is completely quiet, and the only light is the faint glow of your phone screen as you scroll silently. You were surrounded by people in your daily life, but entirely isolated in your spirit. You were carrying a massive vision, a deep knowing that you were meant for more, but absolutely no one around you supported it or even understood it. You felt like you were speaking a language no one else could hear. The enemy, the dark forces that oppose your calling, knew they could not stop your destiny outright. You are far too protected by the Creator for that. So they changed their strategy. They decided to try to exhaust you. They used delay as a heavily calculated weapon. They used confusion. They used the betrayal of people you deeply trusted to drain your energy drop by drop, hoping you would just give up and settle for a normal, quiet, unfulfilled life. But here is the truth that changes everything. What felt like a relentless, cruel punishment was actually the most rigorous preparation a human soul can ever endure. The fire you were walking through was not sent to burn you alive. It was sent to purify you. It was burning away every false identity, every toxic attachment, and every ounce of people-pleasing that would have completely destroyed you in the next season. Look at the ancient story of Job. He did not lose everything because he was being punished or because he was a failure. He endured the stripping away of his entire life because he was trusted by the Creator. He was trusted to hold his faith when absolutely nothing made sense. You were trusted with this exact same level of testing. The universe allowed the pressure to build, not to crush you, but to forge you into someone who could carry the massive weight of the blessing that is arriving. If you know exactly how heavy that test was, if your soul recognizes the absolute truth of this purifying fire, type "I survived the fire" in the comments right now to anchor that victory in your spirit. You survived it. You made it through the hardest era of your entire existence. But I need you to listen very closely to me now. Surviving is not what you were born for. You were not created just to endure pain and take hits. There is a specific, profound reason your test had to last exactly as long as it did. And what was actually being built in the dark is about to be brought into the light. What was being built in the dark while you thought you were just surviving was an unshakable, razor-sharp discernment. You can now see through people's intentions instantly. You can feel a lie before it is even spoken. That level of spiritual sight only comes from the fire. And because that sight is now fully formed, the divine decree has been officially spoken over your life. The cycle of trauma is broken and is done. The generational patterns of lack and betrayal that plagued your family bloodline stop with you, and it is done. The endless seasons of waiting and wondering if you were forgotten are over, and it is done. You are the spiritual warrior who held the line when everyone else would have surrendered. Now, look at your current reality. You might be experiencing a deep, profound silence right now. People have fallen away. Opportunities seem quiet. Your phone is not ringing as much. I need you to understand this truth immediately. This silence is not abandonment. It is the quiet of a battlefield after the war is finally won. The dust is settling. The enemies have retreated. The person standing at this threshold right now is completely unrecognizable from the one who entered the fire. But your spirit already knows this, because your physical body has been giving you the signs. There are 3 major physical signs that your test is over and your body is trying to catch up to your new reality. The first sign is an unexplained, heavy fatigue. You are not just sleepy, you are tired deep in your bones. Sleep does not seem to fix it. The second sign is a completely changed tolerance. You physically cannot stomach drama, gossip, or superficial connections anymore. Environments and conversations that used to feel totally normal now feel absolutely suffocating to your spirit. The third sign is sudden emotional waves. You might find yourself weeping or feeling overwhelmed without any obvious trigger. One moment you feel a strange peace, and the next, a wave of sadness washes over you. Let me explain exactly what is happening to you. This is not anxiety. This is not a breakdown. This is your physical body processing the end of a multi-year survival mode. It is the release of long-held spiritual tension. Your nervous system is literally recalibrating to peace. But here is where the real danger lies. When the good finally starts arriving, your traumatized mind will not know how to handle it. You will experience what I call success terror. You will wait for the other shoe to drop. You will look at the new peace, the new aligned relationship, or the new open door, and a voice in the middle of the night will whisper, "What if I mess this up? What if this gets taken away too?" Listen to me. That fear is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of profound wisdom. Those who crash and burn have no fear because they have no awareness of the massive weight they are carrying. Your healthy fear is exactly what proves you are ready to handle the blessing. If you are ready to lay down the weapons of your past and accept this peace, type "I am safe" to receive in the comments below. Let your spirit declare it. But even with your spirit ready, there is a very real, scientific reason why your physical brain continues to fight the peace. There is a specific frequency, a God-given ability inside your mind that was systematically turned off by the modern world to keep you in a state of stress. I am going to show you exactly what that missing frequency is and how you can turn it back on to match the miracles heaven is sending you. But before I hand you that frequency key, you need to understand the absolute magnitude of the miracles that are arriving. Remember the years you thought were completely wasted, the years the locusts ate, the time stolen by toxic people, the energy drained by dead-end paths. This is where the compensation begins. Most people hear the word restore, and they think it means simply getting back what was taken from them. They think it means breaking even. But I want to show you something hidden in the original language. In the ancient Hebrew texts, the word, often translated as restore, is shalam. Shalam does not just mean to be made whole. It means to be paid back with massive interest. It means overpayment for your suffering. It is as if a court finds a thief guilty of stealing $100 from you and the judge orders them to pay you back $500. The universe is not just handing back what you lost. The Creator is ordering a divine back pay. You are being overcompensated for every tear, every sleepless night, and every single moment of betrayal. Before I show you the 3 specific areas of your life that are shifting right now because of this decree, gently press the like button. Do not do it for me. Do it so this message of Shalam can reach another chosen one who is sitting in the dark, crying out for hope tonight. Let your action be a bridge for someone else. Now, let me reveal how this divine overpayment is reorganizing your reality. The first area shifting is your relationships. For years, you experienced brutal isolation. People walked away, doors closed, and you felt entirely rejected. But what felt like rejection was actually divine insulation. Heaven was starving out the connections that would have poisoned your next chapter. Now, as you step across this threshold, you are no longer just surviving. You are stepping into the identity of the builder. The universe is sending aligned soul tribe members, people who speak your exact spiritual language, who will help you construct the magnificent future you have envisioned. The second area, shifting, is your purpose. Every confusing detour, every failure, and every closed door is suddenly merging into a straight, illuminated path. You are becoming the wounded healer. The very unique suffering you endured was never meant to destroy you. It was being formulated into your unique medicine for the world. The pain you survived is exactly what qualifies you to lead others out of the dark. The third area is your provision. For those of you who are truly entering this season and leaving the heavy armor behind, you are going to witness doors opening effortlessly. You will no longer have to force outcomes, beg for a seat at the table, or exhaust yourself trying to prove your worth to people committed to misunderstanding you. Your new era is full of divine restoration. It is full of undeniable vindication. It is full of unshakable peace. And I need you to know something incredibly important right now. It is not just you. Right now, all across the world, thousands of chosen ones are feeling this exact same finality. A global collective awakening is happening, and you are a vital part of it. You are transitioning out of the exhausted spiritual warrior role. You are finally allowed to just be a child of the divine, entirely safe, entirely protected, and completely ready to receive. But here is the absolute challenge. To handle this massive level of blessing without self-sabotaging, you cannot use your old survival tactics. Your nervous system is not used to things being this easy. If you do not know how to consciously regulate this new energy, you will unconsciously reject it. You need a specific protocol to navigate this new terrain. I am going to give you that exact roadmap right now, along with the scientific frequency secret I promised you, so you can literally rewire your brain to accept this massive shift. Let me show you exactly how to rewire your brain to accept this new reality. To navigate this entirely new terrain, you need what I call the resonance check framework. This is the roadmap I promised you. From this day forward, you must stop automatically reacting to every situation. Before you say yes to a new opportunity, a new relationship, or a new commitment, you must pause and check your internal frequency. If a person or an offer feels heavy, draining, or confusing in your chest, it is an absolute no. You do not need to explain it, you just decline it. But if it brings a quiet, settling peace to your spirit, it is a yes. Look at how much you have changed. You went into the fire defensive, but you are coming out discerning. You went in highly reactive, and you are coming out calmly responsive. You went in feeling like a victim of your circumstances, and you are coming out as a master of your own frequency. But here is the profound challenge. You can know all of this spiritually, but your physical brain might still be blocking the blessing. Let me explain the science behind the frequency secret I mentioned earlier. As a chosen one, you were actually born with an unusually high level of what neuroscientists call the gamma wave. This is the God-given frequency of pure genius, of flow states, and of deep spiritual intuition. It is why you were so sensitive and so deeply connected when you were a child. But clinical science has documented something called the decline effect. The modern world, the trauma, the constant stress, and the multi-year survival mode you have been forced to live in literally turned your gamma waves off. That is exactly why your mind feels foggy, why you feel so deeply exhausted, and why your prayers sometimes feel like they are bouncing off a brass ceiling. Your brain has been physically trapped in a frequency of pure survival. I know exactly what you are thinking right now. You are thinking, I have tried everything. I have tried daily meditation. I have tried the law of attraction. I have tried positive thinking, and nothing fundamentally changed. I completely understand, and I will tell you straight to your face why those things failed. It is not because you did it wrong. It is because those methods simply do not work when your brain is locked in a survival frequency. Meditation takes years of relentless, silent practice to actually sink the brain back into a gamma state. You do not have years to wait. Your new season is here right now. This is the specific mind recalibration framework I promised you at the very beginning of this message. There is a deeply researched scientific protocol developed by Dr. Robert Lake, a neuroscientist with over 3 decades of experience. He has utilized clinical research from MIT and Stanford to create a 7-minute digital audio track that uses advanced brain entrainment technology to directly reactivate your dormant gamma waves. It is called the Genius Song. You do not need to sit and meditate. You do not need to chant mantras. You just put on your headphones and let the science do the heavy lifting to turn your God-given frequency back on. Let me tell you about a 38-year-old woman who felt completely disconnected from her calling. She had tried every spiritual retreat and healing class, but the profound connection she craved was still missing. She did not even believe in the science at first. She just tried this 7-minute track because she had nothing left to lose. Within 2 weeks, she did not describe her results with clinical data. She used one single word: synchronicities. It was as if the universe finally started speaking her exact language again, bringing the right people and the perfect moments into her life effortlessly. To get this level of clinical brain entrainment, normally, you would have to pay over $300 for a single biofeedback therapy session, or spend $7,000 on clinical equipment for your home. Dr. Lake compressed that exact powerful technology into this audio track. The normal price is $49, which is already incredibly accessible, but because he wanted to get this specific tool into the hands of those who are truly ready for their breakthrough, he has lowered it to $39 exclusively for the audience of this message. You cannot find this special price on Amazon or anywhere else, and for that $39 you receive the core 7-minute technology plus 4 incredibly valuable bonuses, including the Genius Child Track, a classic wealth-building book, a guided visualization audio, and an implementation guide. And there is absolutely zero risk because it is backed by a 100% money-back guarantee. If you do not feel a profound shift, you get every penny back, no questions asked. But I must warn you immediately. Because this technology is so incredibly powerful, there are fake websites and counterfeit products trying to use the name of the Genius Song. Those fakes do not contain the actual brain entrainment frequencies. The only way to guarantee you are receiving the authentic, clinically backed track, the 4 bonuses, and the absolute refund guarantee is to use the specific verified link I have secured for you. Every single day you wait is another day your gamma frequency remains asleep, and another day you continue to carry a heavy burden you were never meant to carry. If your spirit confirms that this is your divine provision for the next season, you will find the verified link in the description and the pinned comment below. Investigate it only if you feel led by your intuition. If you are ready to activate your mind and step into your full power, type "I claim my frequency" in the comments right now to anchor that intention. We have covered so much ground today, but do not leave me yet. Before we close this era of your life forever, we must do something together that goes beyond mere words. I am about to lead you through a final sacred activation that will permanently seal this victory into your spirit. Take a deep breath. The teaching is over. Now, we seal this truth. Before we step into this activation, I need to address a specific weight you might still be carrying. You might be feeling a deep, unspoken guilt for leaving certain people or situations behind in the wilderness. You feel bad that your energy is pulling away and that you are no longer as available as you used to be. But hear this clearly. You are allowed to outgrow people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You are allowed to outgrow places that demand you stay small. You are allowed to outgrow older versions of yourself to protect what the Creator is building in you. You do not owe anyone an apology for becoming exactly who you were always intended to be. If you are ready to let go of that specific guilt, type "I release the past" in the comments right now to sever that invisible cord forever. Now, wherever you are, whether you are lying down in the dark or sitting quietly, I want you to perform a mental action. In your mind's eye, I want you to visualize a bright, solid line drawn on the floor right in front of you. That line separates the era of your test from the era of your compensation. This is the monumental reward I promised you at the very beginning of our journey today. The reward is not just physical provision, it is complete spiritual liberation. In your mind, take one deliberate step over that line. As you cross it, imagine unbuckling that heavy suit of spiritual armor you have worn for years. Let it fall to the floor. You do not need it where you are going. You are safe now. We do not beg today. We activate. We thank the Source, the Creator of all things, for sustaining your spirit when you thought you were completely empty. We acknowledge every silent tear, every moment you held your faith in the dark, and every time you chose integrity over bitterness. Heaven witnessed it all. And now, we command a massive release. Release the poverty mindset that kept you shrinking. Release the survival mode that kept your nervous system bracing for impact. Release the fear of success that whispered you would somehow mess this up. They are gone. We call forth the era of Shalam. We activate the overflowing compensation, the divine connections, and the doors of opportunity that no human manipulation can ever shut. We place a seal of absolute protection around this new energy, guarding it from premature exposure and jealous eyes. And now, hear this truth echoing from the highest realms, spoken directly over your life. I am the cycle breaker. The era of my suffering is finished. The test is over. And it is done. If your spirit confirms this absolute truth, type "It is done" in the comments below. Say it in your heart with the force of a lion. Claim it as your final reality. It is done. It is sealed. We receive it. Do not rush out of this moment. I want you to hold this exact frequency for the next 60 seconds. Just breathe naturally and let the immense weight of this victory settle deep into your bones. One more thing before we part ways. You are not the person you were when you pressed play on this message. Your identity is locked in. If this message brought clarity to your confusion, if it brought peace to your chaos, let your like on this video be your amen without words. Stay connected to this community of light by subscribing, so the next word prepared for your season can find you exactly when you need it. And for those of you who feel the clear call to recalibrate your gamma frequency for this new chapter, the secure link for the Genius song is waiting for you in the pinned comment. Finally, if someone came to mind while you were listening today, someone who has been pulled away from everyone, someone who has been unusually quiet lately, someone who looks fine on the outside, but you know they are fighting a silent, exhausting battle, send this to them. Text it to them. Share it however you need to. Because this might be the exact confirmation they have been desperately praying for. You are not just leaving a video today. You are leaving a season of suffering forever. Welcome to the other side.